Hello, my fellow golf ball addicts. I hope everyone has been doing well. I hope everyone had an amazing March. I hope everyone had an excellent spring break, all that stuff. I just wanted to do a quick PSA. Actually, I say quick, but let's be honest, nothing I do is quick. My reviews aren't quick, my videos aren't quick. However, I just wanted to get some information out there. My followers of a long time will know that I always try to keep you guys in the loop what's going on. If I'm gone for an extended period of time, I try to keep you in the loop what's going on, what's happening. You guys deserve to know why you're not getting content, why you haven't been getting content. Over the last month, I basically put one video out, which was the Paradigm Driver review, which is doing really well. Thank you to everyone who's watched that, and I appreciate all my new subscribers. Channel's really doing well, to be honest with you. I just haven't been able to get new content out. Long story short, I won't bore you with my personal life, but my longtime followers know that a while back I opened my own painting business. I did that for a while, as my career, so I could have my own business and have time to do this on the side. And of course, it ended up not really working out because anyone who owns their own business knows that a lot of the time you don't have extra time. That's just not how it works, Luckily for us, we always didn't do that well, so we did have free time, but if you have a successful business, you don't have time. And anyone who owns a business or has run a business knows that. So that actually ended in December. I got a job offer to be a project manager for a painting company. And for the last 4 months now, that's what I've been doing. I've been attempting to be a project manager. I really didn't want the gig, to be honest with you. I only joined because I was trying to get my painting company in. But then they saw my resume and then they wanted me to be a project manager. And then my business partner actually ended up bowing out and going back to work at a Sherwin-Williams. So it kind of just left me like floating in this zone where I didn't know, and I was like, well, this is the only job I got at the moment, so I might as well try to make it work. First 3 months went really good. I struggled. It was new. I had to learn. I had to kind of grow. And then we got into the busy season. And once we got into the busy season, which was March, basically, people start getting taxes back. And here's the thing, you might not realize this, some people don't buy golf clubs with those, which is crazy. I couldn't believe that because I mean, that's what I do with them. I buy golf balls, golf equipment, accessories, all that stuff. But some people have to upgrade their house. They have to paint. They live in an HOA, and then so that's why I've been getting busy. But pretty quickly, I immediately started working like 65 to 70 hours a week, which is not something I normally have ever done in my life or something I really don't have any interest in doing. And the pay really didn't match what I was working either. But I was getting really stressed out. I was leaving my house at 7 a.m. I wasn't getting home till 9 o'clock at night sometimes. I mean, I wasn't even getting to see my 1-year-old during the day. Like I woke up and left before he was awake, and then he'd go to bed before I got home. And so it started to really wear on me. But there was another big issue too, and that was that, eventually my family and I had to have a sit down and say, hey, is this job going to work? Like, is it going to work? Are you going to be happy here? And I was struggling. I struggle to make big life decisions like that because I'm always afraid of making the wrong one. But really it came down to a choice where I realized if I do this, I'm going to have to give up the channel. If I continue to go along this road working 65 hours a week, there's just no way I'm going to have time to do my channel. I mean, I've got a baby boy, I've got a baby girl on the way. There's just a lot of responsibility in life. And when you work 65, 70 hours a week and you have kids, there's just no way to make spare time of that. And I wasn't willing to do that. I wasn't. So I said, I'm not giving my channel up. I've worked almost 3 years on it. I've worked hard. I've built a small following base, but I mean, we're up over I think we're close to 1,750 subscribers now. The content I feel is good. People like it. The feedback from you all has been phenomenal. And it would be so stupid to give it up at this point after all the work I've put in. And I wasn't willing to do that. I said, no. I said, my dream goal, my career goal out of life is to make this channel work and one day be able to do it as my job. And that's the direction I want to take. I've had a lot of up and down job history. I've kind of been all over. I don't stay at a job for very long just because, frankly, if I don't think it's going to work, I don't waste their time. And so that's kind of what I did here. So I put in my 3-week notice. I've been working that out. My final day is actually Thursday, which I think this video will come out tonight, which is Tuesday. So Thursday's my final day. But sorry to bore you with all that, but that's just what's been going on. That's why I haven't had time, and it's been eating me alive because you guys, like I said, you have all been great. We've had tons of new subscribers. Comments have been awesome. Tons of feedback. I've been getting DMs on Instagram and people just telling me, hey man, I love the content. Please make more. it's keeping me going. I mean, those are the type of things that influence me to make a decision like this, where I don't care how much money I make. They could have thrown 100 grand at me. I wouldn't have done it. I really wouldn't have, because I don't want to give this channel up. I just don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the same company, but I'm going to be a painter again. That way I only have to work, 30 to 35 hours a week, and then my additional time, the extra 10 to 15 hours, I'm going to go back into doing this, and I'm going to treat it like it's a job. I'm going to treat it like I have to do it, and that way I can get the content out. My father-in-law's moving in with me for just a little bit. They're moving to Florida. They need to find a place. So he's going to be living with me, and he's actually going to help me out with my social media. He's going to be posting stuff all the time, coming up with content ideas. So I'm finally going to have a little bit of help there too, and that's going to help generate the content and help generate. It's just going to have nice to have someone helping, because I do everything right now, and it's very difficult. Anyone who's ever made a video or ran a YouTube channel knows it's not easy. It's very tough. One video alone takes like 10 hours to make, from the time you plan it, test it, shoot it, so every review and everything, that's 10 hours of work. So it's a lot of content, a lot of effort, but I love it. I wouldn't change it for anything. So with that coming, we've got help there. I've got more driver reviews coming. I've still tested. I've got 3 that I've tested that I have not put reviews up for yet. So that's coming. I've been still buying golf balls. Despite the fact I haven't had any time, I've been still buying golf balls and looking out for them. And I've got a couple here. I want to show these to you. So first of all, I know I've gotten a ton of requests for the Strixon Soft Feel. That one will be coming up in the next couple of golf ball reviews. Give me a week or two. And that one will be up for sure. I'm in the process of testing it right now. So I know a lot of you have been wanting that one. I know a lot of you, I've done the TaylorMade Tour Response, but I have not done the stripe one yet. And I just got these in for the 23 season, the TaylorMade. This is actually the blue-pink model they have. So I got a dozen of those. So that's coming as well. I'll review that one with, do an updated review kind of, for the new season. And then of course, I know this has been a big one for a while, but I finally got my hands on the PXG. Finally got my hands on it. It took forever. I ended up finally having, my guy says, hey, I got a hold of one of them. He's like, I know you usually like 2 or 3, just from, being able to test them. He's like, but I got one. Do you want it? I said, yeah, I absolutely do. So I had to come down and get it. I couldn't quite afford the $50 it was to order them online and get a dozen of them, because I never like to pay a dozen for the golf balls, because then what do you do? If it doesn't work for you, what do you do with them? Then you got to turn around and sell them. So I did get one. I'm going to test it. I already did some testing around the green with it, and honestly, I was really impressed. So I can't wait to tell you guys about that. I do have the brand new 2023 Pro V1. I'll definitely be updating that one. I've used it on the course a couple times, and I got to say I was kind of impressed a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Don't tell anyone I said that. I will deny it, but I loved the fact that I wasn't so disappointed in it, if that makes sense, because usually I'm so disappointed. So they might have made a couple corrections. We'll see on that when we test the numbers. But yeah, I've got some great golf ball reviews coming out, and pretty soon we're going to start cranking those out again once every 2 or 3 days. If you're new to the channel, it's not normal to be once every 2 weeks, once every month. We normally like to crank videos out once every 2 or 3 days. It's just this last week's been so crazy, I just haven't legit had time. And it's been eating me alive. It's getting to the point where I have trouble looking on the app and seeing, I'm nervous to see what people are saying, because I know, you guys deserve the content, and I feel guilty about it. So that change is coming. I'm excited. This is the first time. I've always said in the past that this is something I'd like to do as a career, but I think this is the first time I'm ever saying, you know what, no, this is what I'm going to do as my career. I'm going to paint in the meantime, but this is the goal. And I don't have any interest in any other career at this point. So this is what I'm working toward. If someone was to be on the street and say, hey, what do you do? I would tell them I'm an aspiring YouTuber, which sounds really bad. It sounds like you live in your parents' basement. But basically, I'm just painting to pay the bills in the meantime, and what I am as an aspiring YouTuber. And I'm proud of that, because I love it. I love giving the content. I can't wait to keep doing it. So, and again, it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you guys, so I appreciate it. I hope everyone watched the Masters. I hope everyone really liked it. I was cheering for Rahm from the beginning. He's exactly who I wanted to win it. After day 2, I was slowly growing to the idea that Koepka might win it, and I was trying to kind of talk myself into it, like, it's okay if he wins it. It's no big deal. You like Koepka. You've got his signature. I met him once. He's actually kind of a chill guy, to be honest with you. He can be a-hole, but he actually can be nice too if he wants to be. It just depends on what kind of mood you catch him in. So I'd accepted that, and then Rahm came storming back and won, and I was glad, because I love Rahm. I think he's slowly becoming my favorite golfer real quick. He's definitely in my top 3 for sure. So I was really excited to see that. I did get to go to Valspar this year. And speaking of signatures, I went to the Valspar Championship like I do every year because it's held not too far from me, about 45 minutes in Innisbrook down in Palm Harbor, Florida. And I went 2 days. The first day I went, I really just went by myself because I actually got a free ticket from work because obviously Sherwin-Williams owns Valspar, and so we're big painting contractor, who you know, who you blah, 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 blah. So got in, was able to get a free ticket for Saturday, and I kind of just went around, did whatever I wanted because I was going Sunday too, and I knew that. So, and I was going with my mom on Sunday, so we could, we always go every year. And so I really just kind of chilled, but I ended up getting autographs. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to focus on autographs today, so tomorrow I don't have to worry about it. And I got a nice little, hat full of autographs there. I mean, all the way around, ranging from, I got Justin Thomas again, I got Joel Dahman, I got Sam Burns, who won it twice in a row, not this year, but won it twice in a row, Justin Rose, goodness, a bunch of them. I'd have to go back and again remember who all they were, but I got a bunch of the big name guys. I got a bunch of up and coming, even a couple amateurs, to be honest with you, just had them put it on there. But there's over 30 signatures on this hat, so I had a really good time. I really enjoyed that. I wish I could have documented it. I would have loved to document it and give you it to for your content, but I'll be honest with you, I was so burnt out when I went that I was looking for anything to just get away from the world. When you work 65, 70 hours a week, I mean, those seconds and minutes you get on the weekend where you're alone and you actually have time, it's like not eating for 5 days and someone throws you a saltine cracker. I mean, you just eat it up. You're eating it up like it's crazy, like you haven't eaten in forever. So I just didn't really have the motivation to do it. But again, a lot of content coming. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. Hopefully this is the last time we have a gap this big because my focus is switching to it full time. I'm excited to get these reviews. Please keep shooting me your review suggestions, content suggestions. I love that. I do pay attention to them. That's what I base, my content on. Follow me on Instagram. I've got a Facebook page. I also have a Facebook group page as well. I'm still trying to get this off the ground, but you have to really pay attention to it every single day, and I haven't been doing that, and so it's kind of fallen off the wayside. But the Facebook group is designed, it's called Golf Ball Addicts, and it's actually, there's a link in the description there, but it is designed to, post about the channel, get the channel more notoriety, get its name out there, but also help people who have golf ball questions. You can go to this group, ask a golf ball related question. I can go on there and tell you like my numbers and stuff, and then everyone underneath that can give you personal opinions. Yeah, I use this golf ball and I have a swing speed of this. I didn't have a lot of luck with it, and just kind of help out. It's supposed to be a community for everybody that's also supposed to help the channel. So if you're not part of that, please join that as well. That would be much appreciated. So that's all I will. I won't bore you anymore. We're at 13 minutes, but I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know what's going on and let you know that, of course, I always appreciate you. I've been paying attention to your comments, and I absolutely cannot wait to get the channel turning and burning again and get the great content to you. I really can't wait for that, and it's coming very soon. So thank you guys, as always. Keep watching to keep saving and keep learning. I am going to have the PXG golf ball review up on Friday. So that's my goal. I have the entire day off Friday. I'm going to finish any testing I have and work on getting that golf ball up. I know it's been wanted for a long time. I'm excited, so we're going to get it up Friday. At that point, I do leave town for a week, but I'm probably going to shoot another video and post it probably like Wednesday. I'll like schedule it for a Wednesday release or something like that. Let me know what video you want that to be. If you want it to be the driver, I have some driver ones coming up. If you want it to be a golf ball, I told you what golf balls I have coming up. You can let me know. Driver-wise, I've tested the Cleveland Launcher, the Ping G430, and then the other one was the Tour Edge, I think 530C, C530. I can't remember how you pronounce it, but those are the 3 drivers I've tested. So if you want one of those instead, just let me know what you want. That's the one I'll post for Wednesday, and then the rest of them will just kind of come out in order. And if you've got something else that you're excited about for the 23 season, let me know. Oh, that does remind me real quick, before we go, a lot of you have been asking about the cut red golf ball. A lot of people have been kind of upset. They're like, hey, I bought these golf balls. You said they were great, and I'm knocking the cover off them. People are getting scratches on them. People are knocking the cover off. I do want to go ahead and address that real quick. One, I've never had that happen to me yet. And it was never honestly a thing. I mean, that cut red review's been up for like a year and a half now, 2 years almost, I feel like. it was never an issue until the last few months, and all of a sudden people are claiming that the covers are getting knocked off. If I had to make an educated guess, I would say that Cut is getting ready to release a new line for 23, and they're just kind of pushing all the lemons and pushing all the old stock out, and I don't think they really care about quality at this point. I think they're just trying to get, you know, the rest of their stock out so they can move into the new one. I don't know that 100%, but that's what I'm guessing. So unfortunately for now, I do have to take the Cut Red off of my most recommended list. I mean, it's still an amazing golf ball at $1 a golf ball, but if people are telling me they're hitting it one time and the cover's coming off, I got to look at that and say, hey, maybe for now, let's go ahead and wait for the new one. So that's going to propel that Wilson zip up quite a bit. Hopefully the Strixon soft feel now has a little less competition, and it can come up depending on how it does. So for now, I do have to take that golf ball off. I mean, I still use the Cut Red, and I don't have any issues, but even, I mean, there's been a lot of people telling me about it, so it's not phantom. It's definitely, there's an issue there. So until they get that issue corrected, the Cut Golf Red ball is going to be kind of in limbo, unfortunately. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Until next time, until Friday.